I went through a lot of depression that period. Nobody knew. You will not see it on my face. If I come to church, I pray, I sing. You will not know. But when I go back to my room, I know the tears I used to shed. I know the cry I used to cry. And one day when I was going through this depression, the Lord came to me. The Lord came to me. He told me something. That's what I'm going to tell you tonight. He said, my son, when afflictions arise and tries to pull you down on your knees, poverty around you, I'll rescue you. I will lift you up. You will never be small. You will never be small. I have given you a crown. It is right there on your head. You will never bow. That's what God told me. After he said these words to me, he said, now, say it to yourself. I have told you, now say it to yourself. And I said it to myself. When afflictions arise and tries to pull me down on my knees, poverty around me, you rescued me. You lifted me. I'll never be small. I'll never be small. I've got my crown over my head. Kings never bow. Kings never bow. That's what Pastor Solomon was saying. Say it and become it. That's the evidence of intimacy. We will say it tonight and we'll become kings. Because kings don't bow no matter the situation. No matter the situation, they don't bow. Even in the face of fight. It's either you kill them or they kill you. They don't bow, they don't surrender. Can you lift up your hands wherever you are? If you know the song, let's do it together. It's a confirmation. We confirm it together. When afflictions arise and tries to pull me down on my knees, poverty around me, you rescued me. You lifted me. I'll never be small. I'll never be small. I've got my crown over my head. Kings never bow. Kings never sing. You rescue. You lifted me. I'll never be small. I'll never be small. I've got my crown over my head. Kings never. Kings never. One more time. Sing. You rescue. You lifted me. I refuse to be small, and I'll get my crown over my head. Kings never, kings never. One more time, sing. You rescue.
You rescued me. You lifted me. I'll never be small.
Over my kings never. Kings never. I always told you I was asthmatic, right? I refuse to bow. There is no sickness that is higher than the maker. Kings don't bow to sickness. Amarana. You rescued me. You lifted me. I'll never be small. I'll never be small. I've got my crown over my head. Kings never bow. Kings never. You rescued. You lifted me. You lifted me. This is Geepii Samson. You have made me bigger than my problems, bigger than sickness, bigger than arthritis, bigger than asthma. You have picked me from the grass. You set me on a height. I will never go down. I refuse to go down. My crown on my head. My crown on my head. Kings never bow. You rescued. You lead.
lifted me.
I'll never
be so low. I'll never be so low. I got my crown over my head. Kings never bow. Kings never bow.
This is the expression of how I feel inside of me. Your mercies ever new and always available to me. I'm not ashamed to tell Calabar you are my God, my God. Oh, Jesus, I worship you. Everybody say, I worship. Raise your voice and call him Jesus, the Lion of the tribe of Judah. I worship. Two more times, call him Jesus. I worship. I bow before you. I worship you. I bow before you. I bow before you. Raise your voice. I worship. I worship you.